Dave's Vault, my fellow gamers. So here, I have just finished painting all of my Guardians of the Galaxy. To date, actually, I'm very excited to get Nova and Yondu at the 31st of January here. Very excited for that because I think Nova is going to crush. But, here we've got these guys. I kind of wish I started playing earlier so I didn't have to chase down a bunch of character cards that have been messed up. I still need to chase down our only leader, Star-Lord here. I need to chase down his fixed card. I did just recently get, a few weeks ago, like last week, I got Cosmic Ghost Rider's new card. So the only one I think I need is Star-Lord. I think everybody else is good. But, I started out with Black Order. I figured, I love Thanos, okay? I've got all the Bowen busts and stuff like that for Thanos and his big statues, all of them. And I don't like going that tall, okay? Thanos is cool and all that great stuff. He is excellent for control. I like how they wrote him and kind of balanced him. He's good. I like him. I just think the rest of his crew stink. Why can't we have like a little bitty two-threat gremlin type thing that runs around with him? In the comic books, if you read those, Mephisto and whatever, he hangs out with him, and he's like a toady to Thanos. Why can't we just have him thrown in there? Because they want him to be some big baddie, which he's not. He's just a toad. But anyway, let's go over these guys. We actually have, two Asgardians, Beta Ray Bill, which is just amazing. The things I like about him, immune to bleed. He's immune to a lot of stuff because of his cybernetics. He gets extra power at the beginning of the phase. Same with Angela because they are both Asgardian. And, I really like that. He's a 4th threat that really, he's amazing for his 4th threat. I really like him. He's also got some very nice attacks, too. Angela, I have never used her. And actually, this is the only model that wasn't painted by me. But the painting style is similar, at least how, the person did the bases and stuff like that. But it's a fairly similar style, so I decided to leave her painted because why should I have extra work? But, a lot of people love her. She's just a 5 threat and hard for me to validate. I like going wide. I like it. And that's why I'm very happy that we have a 3 threat leader. He isn't a big powerhouse. He's kind of a little bit pillow-fisted, in my opinion. But his wing tokens are awesome, and he can fly around and secure objectives. And that's what I use him for, Actually, these two are some of my heaviest hitters. That Dagon Rocket, man. Every game he performs with that Deadliest Duo card just wrecks face. If you get somebody who is silly enough to keep his people kind of clumped together, then Rocket loves it. He just zaps away. During that turn, you get to use Deadliest Duo, and then he takes 2 shots already. 2 of his actions to just blast. So he's awesome. And Groot makes sure that little rocket stays alive a lot longer, and that anybody stays alive a lot longer. Groot is basically the paladin or healer in a party. Okay, he is amazing, and he's got good stamina. He stays in the game. Somebody has to work hard to kill Groot. Ronan, never used him. And for me, he's dual affiliation because he's, Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's also in Humans. So, that's good, but at 4th threat, much rather have a Beta Ray Bill. Just saying, Beta Ray Bill, he outshines, the Angela and the Ronin from me. Okay, so moving on to here, Drax, never used him. If I'm going to use him, I'm actually going to use him with Thralls of Dracula because of all his bleeding stuff. He just loves bleed. So he's cool and all that, but I think he's better out of affiliation, honestly. All right, I just painted these two last night. I have the problem with Nebula for me is she can't hold objectives or tokens or anything. She's just a straight up assassin. She's just straight up attrition. And to me, I want to focus on the game as it is a objective based game. So whereas she can drop the pain and she's pretty brutal at doing so, I have a hard time fielding her, even though she's 2 points. It would have to be very, very niche. Of course, I take Rocket and Groot. Rocket is the 2 point, Groot's the 3 point. Together, they're a 5 point for me. I just add them automatically in the list. So you get Star-Lord, you get Rocket and Groot, boom, that's 8 points. And then you work your roster around them. So for her, she's a hard pick for me. She does damage, but she can't play the objective game. All I can do is attack. And with a 2 point, it's kind of like, yeah. So I'd rather have that 2 point than this 2 point. Gamora, oh my Gamora. She is really rough. Now, I have never used her in game, but I want to. She is just brutal. She's a 4, which competes with Beta Ray Bill. However, she's a 4 that brings the pain. She brings the pain. She has a bit of mobility, but she's also good at hacking people with bigger bases than what she has. So she's really, really good. Agent Venom, I'm going to be honest. He works for Guardians of the Galaxy. I painted him up. However, I painted him up more for Web Warriors. That's just it. And I like symbiotes. So I thought he was pretty cool. And in the blister, he came with Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, and Spider-Woman is just awesome. I'm really glad they made a miniature for her. And she is super good. She's super good in the Avengers. In the one game I played with her, she really helped secure the victory. But the pack that these two come in is just a really good pack. And I like his sculpt. He's very dynamic. And his abilities are actually really good too as a symbiote. He's got really good abilities. He has decent cards, tactics cards that come with him. So, willing to try him out. However, I believe, his threat level kind of interrupts my mojo here. So, basically, what my lists consist of is basically Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket, and Beta Ray Bill. Anything else kind of goes on top of that. What I typically do is I play outside of affiliation as well. I splash, and what I splash is I splash Toad because he is amazing. Toad is like the best to, I'd have to look at Bullseye, but I think Toad, for me, playing the objective game, he is the bee's knees. He's super, super good. So I like Toad, and on top of that, I will run Rhino. I love Rhino as a character. For me, it's about having fun and putting models on the board that I really, really like. And Rhino is one of those guys. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Cosmic Ghost Rider. He was one of the first models that I got when I decided to go with Guardians. And it's because he operates with Black Order and Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm like, okay, cool. Dual affiliation, let's go. And I really like the dome piece he's got. Not even the studio did his dome. And that kind of is like, what? But I really like the space helmet, so I kept it. And I don't like how people paint his orb here, his plasma orb in the front. I mean, they give you this nice acrylic piece. Bro, Rocket as the acrylic piece. But I really like the model. He's great and whatnot, but he got the Nerf hammer so much. And I think what really kills me is his penitence stare is that 1 power extra. It's just I think it's just too much for the Penitent Stare. It's an extremely powerful ability. However, at like, what is it, 8 power? It's too much. So, yeah, really great model. I took a lot of time painting him, and I think that he's very, very excellent. However, I think that Penitent Stare is just, it's too much. So his chains are really excellent. That's a great deal of control for him. But I think that his card needs a rework. Even though he's been hit by the Nerf hammer like twice. And I did get the new card for him, which in reality I really need the new card for Star-Lord, but yeah, I just can't validate. And he's at a 6 threat as well, so he takes a huge chunk, man. He's like Rocket and Groot combined and a power gem on Star-Lord. That's not cool. So he's going to become a dust collector, a really pretty dust collector for the time being. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Nova brings to the table. His cards and stuff are amazing. It's just all about gameplay. I think he's highly mobile, and his powers don't seem too overcosted. So I think he'll be okay. Pretty excited for it. But you guys out there, let me know what you think about the Guardians. Hopefully I can get some bat reps or something. I'd love to. We've got a pretty decent community at my LGS, so hopefully we can get some bat reps. That would be awesome. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed looking at these guys. I love having them in the case. So much different color, and that's what I think one of the draws is to Marvel Crisis for me, since mostly I'm just a hermit. Is just looking at all the different colors on the models. They're really greatly sculpted. They're bigger size, and it reminds me of being a kid reading these comic books back in the day. And anyway, of course, my Drax looked way different, and my Gamora and Nebula looked way different too. She was wearing an all mesh outfit. She was basically the same almost. And then Drax was this big old dumpy guy that had a big cape and he ate, what was it? He ate the power gem. He thought it was a jelly bean and popped it in his mouth and ate it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get another leader. I don't know, maybe Quasar or Adam Warlock would be good. Have Adam Warlock in here with his, what does he have, Soul Gem? I forget what it is. But yeah, man, to have another leader would be good. Of course, they're going to make them more expensive than, oh boy, Quaid here. But yeah, just a different leader would be nice. There's a bunch of characters, but only one leader. All right, y'all take it easy, and God bless.